Welcome in, everybody. Ready for a deep dive? Today, we're tackling something that's way more than just a buzzword, the creator economy.
It really is. It's not just changing how we work.
It's how we consume, right? Even how we see success these days.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at how much it's grown. We're talking a market over $250 billion, and it's not slowing down.
And the stories are insane. I keep thinking about Emma Chamberlain, Starts as a teenager making YouTube videos.
Right?
And now she's at the Met Gala, working with huge brands like international fashion icon territory. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. That's the kind of potential we're talking about here. But before we go too far, let's back up a sec. What exactly is this creator economy we keep hearing about?
Yeah, good point. At its heart, it's people using their creativity and skills, building a personal brand online to connect with an audience. It's happening all over. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, even places like Patreon and Substack. And the thing is, it's really changing the whole idea of what a career even looks like.
It's not just about going and getting a job anymore.
Nope. It's about potentially building your own thing, your own audience.
It's like that whole career ladder is kind of turning into a jungle gym, You can climb any which way.
Exactly. And there's real money involved. Remember that stat we saw about YouTube paying out over $30 billion to creators these last few years? That's not small change.
It's wild. But honestly, for me, it's always been about more than just money. It's the lifestyle, the flexibility, the whole idea of potentially working from anywhere, being your own boss. Is that something you connect with at all?
Oh, absolutely. That freedom to choose how and where you work, huge draw for a lot of people. This economy really lets you break free from that 9-to-5 grind and build something on your terms.
It's a whole different mindset. So how did we even get here? Take us back to the beginning.
Well, got to go back to the early internet days. People were blogging, podcasting, just sharing their stuff because they loved it.
Right.
Then comes the big shift. Things like Google AdSense, the YouTube Partner Program. Suddenly, you could make money from this. And that's when things really took off.
The evolution is crazy. And speaking of that, where do we go from here? What's the future of all this?
Oh, it's getting even more interesting. Short-form videos exploding. You've got TikTok, Reels, and then live shopping, shoppable videos. It's all getting super dynamic and interactive.
So the landscape's changing, but who's actually winning in it? What about the success stories, the people who've made it?
Yeah, let's talk about those.
You've got your titans, the Mr. Beasts of the world, doing real-life Willy Wonka stuff. Lily Singh went from YouTube to hosting late-night TV. And Marquise Brownlee built a whole tech empire reviewing gadgets.
It's crazy what they've built.
Yeah.
And it's not just ads anymore, They're doing sponsorships, merch, courses, fan support on Patreon.
It's a whole business model.
Yeah.
But it's not just the big names, right? What about the smaller folks finding success?
Oh, totally. Tons of micro creators are killing it in their little niches, whether it's plants, gaming, minimalist living. You don't need millions of followers. It's about finding your tribe, connecting with the right people.
So it's not all about going viral, chasing those huge numbers. Kind of reassuring, honestly.
Exactly. It's shifting towards quality engagement with a smaller, more dedicated audience, building that community that really values what you do.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've got the platforms, the history, the success stories, but what about the tools? What's out there that's changing the game?
Well, the biggest thing is AI. All these automation tools for creators popping up. We're talking things that help you create content, edit video, analyze your data. Like you can use ChatGPT for scripting, Canva for design, vidIQ for your YouTube strategy. It's leveling the playing field, making it easier to produce great stuff and reach more people.
So AI isn't just about making content, it's like enhancing the whole creative process, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Giving creators more power to bring their visions to life.
That's why. Now, we keep hearing about these micro communities. What's the deal with those? How are they changing things?
So instead of chasing millions of followers, people are realizing it's more about having that smaller group who are really engaged, who really get what you're doing. It's a big shift. Quality over quantity.
Seems way more sustainable and honestly probably more fulfilling for everyone involved.
Absolutely. You're building a community where everyone feels seen and heard. And it's not just about building those communities either. It's about the money side, finding new ways to earn beyond just ads.
Ooh, interesting. So what are some of those new strategies popping up?
Well, subscription models are big, like on Substack. You offer exclusive content, behind-the-scenes stuff, direct interaction with your biggest fans. And then you've got NFTs, changing the whole game of digital ownership. People are using them as merch, collectibles, even access passes to events.
Wow, the possibilities. And what about live content? That seems like it's blowing up right now.
It totally is. Twitch is leading the charge, but you also see live Q&A sessions, behind-the-scenes streams, workshops.
There's something about that real-time connection, People are craving it.
Yeah, it creates that sense of community, lets the audience feel like they're part of the creative process in the moment.
Okay, so all this sounds amazing, but it can't all be sunshine and roses, right? What are some of the challenges that come with all this?
The biggest one, honestly, burnout, the pressure to constantly create new stuff, stay relevant. It can be overwhelming. So self-care, work-life balance, those are huge.
I can see how that would be tough. But what about the flip side? What are some of the opportunities that excite you?
The global reach, for one. It doesn't matter where you are, you can connect with people all over the world. And with online education platforms, anyone can learn the skills to do this, no matter their background.
It's like technology is truly leveling the playing field.
Absolutely. It's amazing to see platforms like Ali Abdaal's YouTube Academy, empowering people to take control of their creative journeys.
It feels like this isn't just about content, it's about changing how we learn and share knowledge, too.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world out there, changing every day.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're seeing this global network, people sharing knowledge, expressing themselves, all driven by individual creators. It's not just about content, though. It's bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. It's industries, it's redefining work itself, how we interact with the world. One thing that really stood out in our research was how the creator economy is changing what work even means.
Right. It's not just that old go get a job thing anymore.
Nope.
It's people building whole businesses around what they love, their skills, their point of view.
Yeah, it's like you're crafting a career that actually fits you, lets you live a better life.
On your own terms, too.
Totally. It's like that old idea of job security.
Sure.
It's kind of being replaced by like portfolio careers, right?
Yeah.
Multiple income streams, diverse skills, being adaptable.
Exactly. And that adaptability is key because things change fast in this world. Algorithms shift, platforms evolve.
You got to be on your toes.
You got to be ready to learn, be innovative. We've talked about the downsides, the burnout, the algorithm stress. But even with that, there's this optimism around it all, isn't there?
Oh, for sure. It's about taking control, building something meaningful that's yours. The freedom to create, connect, make a difference, all while doing what you're passionate about.
And it's not just individual, right? It's the bigger impact on culture, on society.
Huge impact. It changes how we learn, how we entertain ourselves, how we shop. It challenges the status quo, makes us rethink how we engage with the world.
We touched on this before, but I want to dig deeper into how creators are disrupting industries. What are some examples you've seen?
Well, look at the media landscape. Creators offer different perspectives than traditional news, right?
Right.
They build trust, they're authentic.
Yeah.
It changes how we consume information.
It's like people relate to them more, trust them more than those traditional media figures.
Yeah, because they're transparent, they interact directly with their audience.
Just different kind of relationship.
And they're not limited by the same rules as traditional media. They can experiment, cover niche stuff, connect in a more personal way.
It's powerful.
It builds those deep connections that lead to loyalty and trust.
And it's happening in entertainment, too. You see YouTubers making shows and series that rival, big studios, but with way less budget and more creative freedom.
Totally. They know what their audience wants. And that's huge in this fragmented media world. They're not just making content, they're building communities, It's a shared experience.
It's like the old idea of fandom, but, amplified. And then there's education. We talked about courses, but it's way more than that. Creators are sharing knowledge on everything, coding, cooking, photography.
It's like a giant worldwide university, available to anyone.
That's a great way to put it. It's democratizing knowledge, making learning more engaging, accessible, relevant.
To each individual learner.
Yeah. It's not just passive anymore. It's active. It's creating. It's sharing.
Learning by doing.
Yeah.
And finding that joy in discovering and creating.
It's a cool shift. Okay, so we've got the individual empowerment, the industry disruption, the cultural impact. What about the economic side? How's this changing how we think about work and money?
Well, for individuals, it's new paths to financial independence. You're not stuck with a single job, a single employer.
Right.
You can build multiple income streams, diversify your skills, make your own opportunities.
It's like the gig economy, but
Yeah.
More control, more creative, more potential,
Totally. And it creates jobs across the whole ecosystem. We're talking video editors, designers, social media managers, assistants, a whole new economy driven by creativity, tech, and that desire for freedom and flexibility.
It's not just helping creators, it's helping everyone who supports them, the whole network around them.
Huge ripple effect. And it's just getting started. It's exciting to think about what's next as this keeps evolving. What are you looking forward to?
I'm fascinated by AR, VR, the metaverse,
Oh, yeah.
all these immersive experiences, blurring the lines between physical and digital. It opens up so many creative possibilities. Imagine a concert where the artist interacts with you directly, or a virtual world where you learn, meet people, even start businesses.
It's going to be wild. And it's all becoming more accessible, which means more people can participate, shape this digital world.
We're on the edge of a huge change, not just in content, but in how we interact with the world, how we define reality itself.
It's exciting. The creator economy isn't just about entertainment. It's connection, community, people taking control of their lives and making the world a better place.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listener to take away? What's most important to remember in this world?
If I had to pick one thing, it's that the creator economy isn't a fad, it's a movement towards a world that's more decentralized, creative, empowered, where anyone with a sakshi, a skill, a passion can find their people, build their community, and make a real impact.
That's powerful. It speaks to that need for control, creativity, connection.
It does. And as those lines between physical and digital blur, this is only going to get more important.
We've covered the past, the present, the future. The successes, the challenges, the opportunities, the impact on individuals, on industries, on society. It's been quite a journey.
It has. So to all our listeners out there, are you a creator? Are you thinking about starting? What are your fears, your dreams?
Tell us. We want to hear from you. And if you're feeling inspired to take that leap, remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't need millions of followers. You just got to start.
Start where you are with what you have as who you are. Your voice matters. Your creativity matters. The world needs what you have to offer.
The creator economy's waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? Take that step, share your passions, see where it leads you.
And as you go on this journey, think about this. It's not just what you create, it's the impact it has. How will your creativity connect people, inspire action, change the world?
That's something to ponder. Yeah, it really makes you think. It's like, we've got all these tools now, the platforms, the tech, these communities, and it's up to us to decide what to do with it all.
It is, yeah. Like a giant toolbox, and everyone gets to build something different.
I love that. A business, a movement, a community, a piece of art. The sky's the limit.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so exciting. It's not just about you succeeding either. It's this whole movement, changing the world together.
It is. It is the creator economy. It's about democratizing things, making things more diverse, more accessible. People who were ignored before, they're finding their voice now.
And those barriers are breaking down, creating opportunities for everyone, no matter who they are or where they come from.
It's pretty amazing. And it's challenging the old ways too, right? Like what work even is, what it means to be creative, even the whole idea of success.
You got it. It's not just about money. It's about purpose, finding your voice, sharing what you love, connecting with people who get it. And that's going to be even more important as we move forward.
I think you're right. As we wrap up, I keep thinking about that. The creator economy is more than a trend. It's a movement, a shift in how we think about everything.
It is. And anyone can join. You don't need to be a tech genius or a marketing whiz.
Yep.
Just got to have that passion, a story to tell, and be willing to put yourself out there.
So to everyone listening, whether you're a pro or just starting out, embrace your creativity, share what you love, never stop learning.
The world needs your voice, your perspective, your creativity. Don't hold back.
That's it for our deep dive into the creator economy. Hope you learned something, got inspired, maybe even felt challenged a bit.
It's been a blast exploring this with you.
Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, keep exploring.